let's talk about what we're going to be doing today. Today, we are talking about the transfer of property. Oh, and Johnny, you take your test on Friday. I'm doing a little dance over here for you of excitement. And I'm really hoping, Shariat, after you passed your national, you did a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, I'm hoping that you danced your way out of there because it is amazing. It is amazing, right? Ooh, the glow up, which I like that name. You take yours on Friday too. Hey, and Sherry did do a dance. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's talk about these crash courses. Just in case you missed it, you can go to prepagent.com and then it's the /crash courses. If this is your first time here, let me explain what happens. First and foremost, we try to have some fun around here. We do a little dance, we sing a little song, we go, right? But we have fun while we learn. So I'm going to have a question on the screen. I'm going to read the question, and then I'm going to reread the question because some of you all are just listening and you don't have the question on your screen. Well, after I read the question, I'll read the answers. And then you choose your answer and you put it into the chat. After I give you all a moment or so to put your answer in the chat, I will go with the one that you all have chosen. Correct or incorrect? I mean, I know, but let's see if you get it right. And what is this, week 4? Is this week 4? This would be the 4th week of getting all the answers right. Are we going on a streak here, y'all? Because I love it. I really do love it. So let's see if we can carry on with this one. Let me know if you've got any questions. Here we go. Under which of the following types of liens can both the real property and the personal property of the debtor be sold to pay the debt? Under which of the following types of liens can both the real property and the personal property of the debtor be sold to pay the debt? Is it A, mechanic's lien? Is it B, a real estate tax lien? Is it C, an assessment lien? Or is it D, a judgment lien? All right, I've got D's, I've got D's, I got D's for judge. I see Nelly is like, hey, I want to dance with somebody. Oh, I love it. I love it. We got a dog. How much is that doggy in the window? Oh, I wouldn't mind a puppy. But let's not go there right now. It looks like you are telling me that I need to go with D. Sorry about that little noise in the background. I thought I turned off my notifications, but we'll be fine. Let's see if it's D. Hey, we got it right. We got it right. Hey, we got it right. Do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance. Hey, 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 hey. So far, so good. The answer is D, a judgment lien. Why? Because a real estate tax lien, a mechanic's lien, an assessment lien, those are all specific liens. They are liens tied specifically to a property. Whereas our judgment lien is a general lien, so it attaches to the person, right? And anything that they may own in the county where that lien is recorded. So if you got that right, give yourself a little dance. Do a little dance for yourself because there's a lot of information on this here test, right? And hopefully, I was just started a pre-class this week and I reminded them, look, you've got to take the small wins and the big, the big wins. Celebrate it all. And you need to have a study plan. If you don't have a customized study plan, then you know what? Make an appointment with me. Let's come up with one. We can make a study plan. I can answer some questions, but a study plan makes all of the difference. And it's been working. So let's go. Let's see what our next question is. Woohoo! Oh, let's see. Oh, you're on your way to take the test right now. Okay. J, is it CJ? Let's see. What do we want J to know? Remember, you've got this. You've been studying. And you know what you know. Just breathe deep. And if you get caught by a question, shake it off. That's what Taylor Swift would tell you to do. Or is that Mariah Carey? That's Mariah Carey. Okay, the fact that I'm mixing up Mariah Carey and Taylor Swift means I've got issues. But Good luck, and we are there with you. Right. So, how can you contact me for a study plan? Just make a tutoring appointment with me. Even though it says tutoring, if you need a study plan and tutoring, we can do that. If you need help with where to go after you finish, we can do that. We just call it tutoring. But I'm ready. It is Mariah season. Ready for the next question? Because I am, and Tia's right, confidence is everything. And just know we're there supporting you. You're not doing this alone. Next question. Oh, yeah, and don't second guess yourself. Unless you know why the wrong answer is wrong, or you're like, oh, I totally missed something, don't change your answers. Next question. On a closing statement in a typical real estate transaction, the buyer's earnest money deposit is reflected as a. On a closing statement in a typical real estate transaction, the buyer's earnest money deposit is reflected as a. Is it a credit to the seller and a debit to the buyer? Is it B, a bill of sale? Is it C, a credit to the buyer? Or is it D, a debit to the buyer? All right. Thank you, Tia. Both of them had a Shake It Off song. That's why I got confused. But of course, yes, we're supposed to be talking about real estate, but it is good. Shake it off if you get to a question that kind of gets you, just shake it off and go back to what you know. But it looks like you are telling me it's C. I got a C. I got a C. I do have some A's, but I'm getting some C's, and you know that C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Yep, we like C. We like C. C is for carrot. I do like it. That always makes me think of Bugs Bunny. And then we have A. So it looks like you all are going between A, and you know A is for A-O, A-O, right? So we got A or we got C. Ooh, C is for Candy. It is for Candy. Candy. Let's see. So is it a credit to the seller and a debit to the buyer? Or is it a credit to the buyer? Now, if you're new here, you may be a little confused. New to studying. Remember, credits are when the buyer or seller receives money, and debits are when the buyer or seller is paying that money out. And on a closing statement, a closing disclosure, we're talking about how money is transferring hands today. We're talking about on this day of settlement, who's bringing money and who needs to receive money. So looking at what you all hear, we got the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. We got mostly A's, we got mostly C's, but it looks like our C's are kind of outweighing our A's there. I don't know. Is anybody sure that they know? Is anybody sure that they you just know that you know that you know what the answer is? Is it A or is it C? And can anybody tell me why? Is it A or is it C? Yasmin said, yes, it's C. I don't know. Sandy said, look, I'm confused. Right? Caroline was like, I don't know. I got a yes, C. I got a yes, C. Andrea, you said, I am sure of nothing in this world. Look, death and taxes. You got that. C for sure because his deposit. C is for that commission check. All right, the life of Calhoun. Calhoun, is that Calhoun? Just how he said? And Tia, you said C. All right, let's go with C. Hey, we got it right. We got it right. Hey, we got it right. Do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance. Hey, 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 hey. And Mompreneur explained it correctly. If I'm saying, which I am, it's the day of settlement. Yes, it's a credit to the buyer. Now, those of you all who said A, that said, yeah, your earnest money is a deposit. This is closing. This is settlement. We've already given the deposit. Remember, an earnest money deposit is given by a buyer at the beginning of this transaction. And if the buyer didn't back out, they should get their earnest money back. The day of closing, if you didn't back out, you're getting that money back. It's got to show up as a credit to the borrower. Now, borrower, if you choose to use that money towards the purchase of the house, that's your business. In fact, many, many, many moons ago, before the Great Recession, when I was selling real estate, a lot of people would get 100% financing to cover the entire cost of the house and their closing costs, which means they would literally get a check at closing for their earnest money deposit. They would get that money back in a check because their loan covered their closing costs and the entire cost of the house. You get the money back. A lot of buyers choose to use it towards the sales price, but you don't have to. So it is a credit to the buyer. It is not a debit to the seller because you don't give the earnest money to the seller. You give the earnest money to your agent or your escrow agent, whoever it's going to be, the attorney, depending on the state you're in, and they hold it in a trust account. So give me a thumbs up if that makes sense, right? So Janelle, you said it can be absorbed, and if so, for what reason? Which it are you talking about? The closing costs can be absorbed, the earnest money could be absorbed, right? Yes, and the glow up, you're exactly right. It's proof of reassurance that the buyer will buy the house. Exactly. Exactly. You'll remember this one forever. And mompreneur, yep, you said A until it was closing day. I like it. And Germ, you said if I take too long to flip it, people will second guess and switch their answers. That is what we don't want to do. We don't want to change our answers, and we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to give their answer. So if you got it right, do a little dance. I see those thumbs up. You all are understanding. Earnest money, escrow monies. Janelle, the earnest money. You're giving me... So the earnest money can be absorbed. Well, so yes, so let's say I'm buying a house for $100,000 and my closing costs are $5,000 and I wrote a earnest money check for $2,000. Well, if I am buying the house for $100,000 and I'm supposed to bring $5,000 for closing costs, maybe I'm getting 100% loan, I could say, oh, well, y'all already have, I'm getting $2,000 back at closing, so why don't I just bring $3,000 to come up with the $5,000 in closing costs? So hopefully that makes sense, and we're going to go on to our next question. Woohoo! All right. And then I love that. Mompreneur says the ones you got wrong on here were the ones you've never forgotten and felt the most comfortable on. I love it. Oh, and B. Taylor says it right there. Don't ever change your answers. I failed by 1 point because I second guessed myself. Yeah, don't do that, y'all. Don't do it. You ready for the next question? Because I am. Which of the following deeds contains no express or implied warranties? Let's read that one more time. Which of the following deeds contains no expressed or implied warranties? Is it A, a grant deed? Is it B, a bargain and sale deed? Is it C, a quitclaim deed? Or is it D, a warranty deed? All right, we got a C, we got C's, we got C's. We got a lot of C's. I can't get any emojis here. We got C, we got C, we got C. Y'all know I like those little pictures when I can figure them out, but I'm a little slow on the uptake sometime. I won't even lie, right? Mompreneur says C for quitclaim. There we go, Nelly. Nelly gave me a C for cookie. Hey, we got a C for cab. We got a C for cat. We got a C. I love it. Let's see. Get what I did there? Ooh, we got a C for candy from 2 people. Let's see if we've got it right. All right. It is, drum roll, please. Hey, we got it right. We got it right. Hey, we got it right.
That's a good job, man. Y'all are doing a very good job.
That's right. You got a C for clown, which is what I am sometimes. I'm so silly. We got a C for crab, a C for computer, and a double C for carrots. You got good eyesight. But the answer is yes, a quitclaim deed. It is a quitclaim deed. And gave me some corn, which always makes me think of our protected classes. So even though we're not really talking about it, I think it's a good reminder. Ruhi gave me corn, and some of you all learned the protected classes for fair housing with either a Fred's corn or a fresh corn. We'll get back to the corn. Salem. Is it Salam? Salam or Salem? I'm not sure which one, but you passed your prep agent. You passed your test yesterday. You know what that means.
Good job, good job. Good job, good job. T-O-O-D-J-O-B. Good job, good job.
We love it. Congratulations. We love it when you all tell me something good. I absolutely love it. This is what I want for you all. When you pass, you come back and tell me so I can do this. And you take that standing ovation and you dance out of that testing center. We love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Congrats. Love it. That's what we talk about. This hashtag GJG. Good job, gang. Use the support. Use your support system, y'all. So, all right, because I kind of got off topic there, I'll just do it. It said we were talking about corn, and that made me think of fresh corn or Fred's corn, but I'll do fresh corn just in case. The F stands for familial status. The R stands for race. The S stands for sex. The H stands for handicap. But y'all, if you're still using the word handicap, please don't. Use disability instead. I switch it, and that's why I do Fred's corn without the E and the O, which goes to equal opportunity. You got the C for color, you got the R for religion, and you've got the N for national origin, right? So, boom. I love it. Let's go. I'm so excited for you, Salem, to start your real estate journey. I'm so excited for all of y'all. I can't imagine doing something different in my 20 years of doing this. So let's keep going. Next question. Oh, why did I save that for review? I'm so silly. But next question. A court order that directs a designated official to sell property in order to pay a judgment is called. A court order that directs a designated official to sell property in order to pay a judgment is called. Is it A, a deficiency judgment, B, a writ of attachment, C, a writ of execution, or D, a foreclosure? All right, now I saw somebody ask me, you said it was Yo Miss Mulatto? You said, where can you see? I'm assuming you're talking about the fresh corn or the Fred's corn. I don't have a way to pull it up really quickly right now, but Yo Miss Mulatto, send me an email, Kandyce@PrepAgent.com. Kandyce@PrepAgent.com is Kandyce. And if you forget, just let me know, remind me again when we're not in the middle of a question, and I will send you a little, image of that. Right? But back to our question, we got C's. We got C's, we got C's, we got A, we got a C, we got an A, we got a C, we got a C for cake, we got a C for cookie. We got somebody that was like, this one always gets me, right? We got quick claim. Let's see, C. You got C. What's the definition of a writ of execution? We got a C for cucumber, a C for car, a C for... Okay, Maria wins. Maria wins today. She gave me a C for cartwheel. Stop playing. You're my favorite right now. Let's go with C for cartwheel. Let us see. Is it a writ of execution? I love doing a drum roll. So let's just go ahead and do it. Survey says, hey, it is C. It is a writ of execution. Woo! So we got it right, right? We got it right. Do your little dance over there. Do your little dance. Maybe you need to shake it off if you didn't get it right. Taylor and Mariah said just shake it off. But let's talk about why that is the answer. C for circle. I see you. Now, first, let's define a writ. A writ is a court order. And there's different types of writs. But a writ is a court order. A writ of execution is exactly what this question is asking. It's a court order to force somebody to sell their property so they can pay off that debt, which is a judgment lien. A writ is a court order, and then they're being told to sell off that property to pay the judgment lien. That is why our answer is C. Now, I saw somebody say, oh, but maybe it's foreclosure. When there's a foreclosure, it's because somebody didn't pay or repay that promissory note, and then they had given a mortgage or a deed of trust, which is a specific lien, right? It's a specific lien, and our writ of so foreclosure is, it's not, so how do I say this? You gave permission to sell the house when you gave that mortgage or that deed of trust. You didn't necessarily need a writ of execution to pay off a judgment. The judgment is the part there, right? I love it. All right, so we're going to keep on going unless somebody's got some questions. Look at that. All right, you ready for the next one? I am. The right of alienation is defined as, I don't know what accent that is. It's not quite English. It's just Kandyce, I guess. The right of alienation is defined as, is it A, the statutes of descent and distribution? Is it B, the right to transfer an interest in real property? Is it C, the right to make a will? Or is it D, the right to execute and deliver a deed? All right, let's see what we've got here. We've got some B's. We got a B. We got a D. We got lots of B's, lots of B's. We got somebody go, okay, we got a B. We're bringing home a baby. Bumblebee. Won't my mama be so proud of me? I mean, if you think about it, if you all bring home a B on this exam, most states you will have passed. So B is for, hey, we better be on our stuff so we can pass this exam. But we got a C. We got a C for Clorox. I like Clorox. It keeps things clean. We got a B for bat. We got a B. We got a B. We got a B for some bubble tea. A B for bomb. And last week we discovered you dropped a bomb on me, baby. You dropped a bomb on me. Still gonna make that. I gotta find that clip and make it. We got a B for bacon, a B for bluebird. We do have a D for donuts, and y'all know I like some donuts. Ooh, maybe with some bacon on top. But right now it looks like B is in the lead. So we're gonna go with B. Let us see if we are right. Are we bringing home that baby bumblebee? Are we bringing home at least a B on this exam so we can pass it? Let's go. Is it right? Drum roll says, hey, we got it right. We got it right. Hey, we got it right. Do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance, little dance. Hey, 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 hey. I love it. You all are killing me. Yes, it is the right to transfer an interest in real property. You're killing me in the best way possible because so far we have a perfect score. We have a perfect score, and if we can just continue this for a little while longer, we will have 4 weeks in a row of perfect scores. That's what I want you to remember when you go into your exam. You can do this, right? So and I don't usually do this, but on the what do you call it? The YouTube page, give me a thumbs up if confidence, if doing these webinars, doing these group questions together, asking these questions is giving you the confidence you need to pass this thing and to keep on going. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that these webinars are helping you to feel not so alone with the studying stuff. I want to know, should we keep doing them? I mean, I don't think they're going away anytime soon, but I just like to know that we are helping you when we do these. So, you ready for the next question? Because I am. Oh, good. Thumbs up. Helpful. Yay. Yay. Erica says, woohoo. I love it. I love it. Definitely good. Good. So, and explains the answers. Oh, good. I'm so glad that helps you. Again, if you're struggling with the math, come on Saturday. If you're struggling with the finance, I'm going to schedule it for the 18th. I do believe we're going to have a contracts crash course and a math crash. Oh, I'm doing the math crash course. There's contacts and maybe an agency crash course. Would you all want a crash course on agency? If you would want a crash course on agency, give me an apple in the chat. That way I know. If you think an agency crash course would just help you. So, of course, every state is different. Just making sure we understand what agency is and how it works. Give me an apple in the chat so I'll know. Right, let's see. If you work on Saturday, yes, you can go back and watch it. You can watch it for 2 weeks. So yes. Oh, Brandy, you'll be there on Saturday. Remember, if you're saying yes, it would help, give me an apple. So I know that that's what you're giving me. So it's like the yes, it would. But let me know if agency would help you. And if we get enough apples, I can try to make that happen. All right, moving on to the next question. And again, y'all, just tell me how we can help. You know, like some of you all I know, you're like, can I get a crash course for my state? Well, it's not that easy. We got to find somebody who's an expert. A lot of times when we as teachers are doing these crash courses for other states, we've got to go through and learn your state material. So, you know, there you go. Can you have a crash course on states? There you go. Agency and contracts. I know contracts is coming. Woohoo! So it looks like agency would be amazing. Amazing. Yay. There's a California crash course on somebody who asked on the 17th. There you go. Right? Oh, and Tia, thank you. Thank you for putting that in the chat. Right? Is it better to take the crash course or tutoring? You know, Wanda, I think it depends on you. So what I love about tutoring is that I get to sit there with you and I get to take the time and make sure that you understand. Make sure that everything is good. For some people, that means explaining a topic. For some people, that means helping you know how to take notes or to learn how to study or to clarify some things. The crash course is good for reviewing. Or like for the math one, you're like, maybe I can get some math problems, but I'm kind of I need a little bit more help, right? For all the math, because I will say in a tutoring session, it's only an hour. There's only so much I can do. In a crash course, for me, they're 4 hours. And so I can go over a lot more information. And it's a group, which is helpful, just like this webinar. So it really depends on what you want out of it, right? And how late can you sign up for a crash course? I do believe right up until the day of, right? I do believe, right? And you think the math and the finance will be the most helpful? Great. So Life with Manny, you said you want a tutor, but you don't have to pay for another tutor session. I mean, Kim, not allowed to give the tutoring sessions for free, but go ahead and, you know, sometimes there's lots of stuff. If you look at on my page or the YouTube page for PrepAgent, there's a lot of stuff on there. So, all right, are you ready? Oh, Sydney said she did a private tutor session last week and she passed. Sydney passed. You know what that means.
Good job, good job. Good job, good job. T-O-O-D-J-O-B. Good job, good job.
We love it. So there you go for Sydney. The tutoring helped. I love it. I love it. I loved it. I know I helped somebody last night with coming up with a different way to learn, and that made my little heart sing. So I'm hoping it helps everybody. And Sydney, congratulations. We love that around here. We love it. All right. You ready for your next question? Because I am. The term boot would probably be considered in connection with a... The term boot would probably be considered in connection with a... Is it A, a fair market value? Is it B, depreciation area? Is it C, a legal description? Or is it D, an exchange? Right? Is it A, fair market value, B, depreciation area, C, legal description, or D, exchange? All right, we got a D, we got a D, you got a D. With Keel's like, I ain't never heard of this. We got a D for dolphin. We could have a dancing dolphin if we wanted to, right? All right. We got people looking for study partners. Take care of that, right? All right, this is good. We got dances. Tia is dancing. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. We got a D for dog, and that's okay. If it's new for you, That's okay. It's about learning what you need to know. Or one of my favorite things to tell my students in my classes is you don't know what you don't know until somebody tells you that you don't know it. And that's the point of questions, practicing exam questions. Because if you think about it, if you have a live teacher or you're watching recordings, we get paid to make it make sense. Of course, when we're explaining it, it makes sense. That's what we're paid to do. However, that's different than you understanding it being in your head. So you don't know that you really didn't understand, or if it's a term like this that you've never seen before, you don't know that you don't know this term that you didn't know existed. All right. So let's see what we got here. We got a D, we got a D, we got a D, a D. I love it. Ooh, Tia said D is for 1031 deferred exchange like kind properties. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and choose that because it was such a good answer. And I'm not surprised that it's right. We got that right.
Duh.
Of course it's a duh, because you all know what you're doing.
That's a good job, man. Y'all are doing a very good job.
Love it. I love it. Right? So let's talk about this. One of the things that Tia said was a 1031 deferred tax exchange. So let me talk about it. Some people will call it just a 1031. It's a like-kind exchange. Here's the deal. It only applies, first of all, to investment properties. This is not going to be your primary residence. But when you have an investment property and you sell it and you've made money, well, those, you're going to get taxed, capital gains. Just like when you win the lottery, you know, you're going to, like some lucky person won that $1.9 billion. It was not me. But you know they didn't take home $1.9 billion. They had to pay taxes. Those are capital gains taxes. When you sell an investment property and you're making money off of that, you would have to pay capital gains taxes. However, there's a tax loophole, because there always is. And that tax loophole says, look, you don't want to pay the taxes right now? Don't do that. You don't have to pay the taxes right now if you buy another investment property. Take that money you made, buy another investment property, and then you wouldn't have to pay your taxes on that first capital gains until you sell this second property. So it's like you're rolling them forward, right? Sometimes what happens is you sell that first property and you don't invest all of the money. You do some of it, right? Let's say you made $400,000, but you only used $300,000 for the next property. That extra is the boot, right? It's the boot, right? So I think that's good. I think that makes sense to you all. Let me know if you have questions. It is D, 1031 tax exchange. And I just want to see what you all have gotten in here. I like to read it. Yasmin, you have a hard time with test anxiety. I would love it if you were to just keep, and I know this sounds crazy, but set up some fake testing environments. Go to the library, like make a big thing of it in your head. Or if you're doing it at home, just set it up, kind of get into that testing mode. That might help. Right? And I love that you all are looking for people to study with. Remember, you can also do this on the Facebook page. And, let's see. Is that everything I think I've answered? Yes. So yes, the money that you cash out is called the boot. It's an unofficial term, right? So, Brandy, you said you're making 85s on the vocab practice exams, but you're failing everything else pretty much. You're not sure what you're doing wrong. I think I know exactly what you're doing wrong, Miss Brandy. So yes, schedule a tutoring session. I just had somebody the other day that had your exact issue and we figured out what was going on. So I would love to help you with that, right? So you do pay taxes on the boot part, right? So the boot, the part that you don't, so let's say you sell it and you make $500,000, is that what I said? But you buy another property for $400,000. The $100,000 that you take in cash, you will end up paying taxes on, right? It doesn't mean that you can't do it. You're just going to pay taxes on it. Now, I'm going to say that with an asterisk. I am not an attorney. In fact, when you all get into the real estate business, if you have a buyer or seller who's like, yeah, I want this to be part of a 1031 exchange, stop. Collaborate and listen. Okay, sorry, no, I want you to stop and not drop and roll, but call an attorney. It's called a qualified intermediary. Call an attorney, ask your broker, but there are lots of dates and time frames and things like that that have to qualify. And if you miss any of those dates, that person could be paying taxes even if they do roll it over on $500,000. That's not cool. So make sure you ask those questions. All righty. So, Kandyce, you apologize for what? Let's see. You don't have to apologize. I'm not sure what you apologized for, but okay. Tutoring is $75. Sister, I don't know. I don't know because I don't set the prices. I don't know. Let's see. One more question. Let's go for one more question. All right. Title to real property is conveyed by deed when? Title to real property is conveyed by deed when? Is it A, recorded by the grantee, B, signed by the grantee and delivered to the grantor, D, okay, that's C actually. Let's try that over again. I don't know my alphabet. Is it title to real property is conveyed by deed when? Is it A, is it recorded by the grantee? Is it conveyed when B, it's signed by the grantee and delivered to the grantor? Is it C, signed by the grantor? Or is it D, delivered to and accepted by the grantee? All right, let's see what you all got. Let's see, we got C's, we got D's. We got C's, we got D's. We got C's, we got D's. And I know I see y'all $75, $69. That's not just a little bit of money. So, you know what? Let's see if I can get like a scholarship or something. So if you're struggling with that amount of money, just send me an email. I can't promise I'm going to respond right away, but let me see if I can do some type of scholarship or set something up. I don't know. That's me talking off the top of my head. I don't even know if that's going to be possible, but I'll see. All right, we got D, we got D, we got D, we got D. We got a D for donut. Hey, we like D's because we got a doggy in the window, or we're going to dance with somebody, right? We got the D, we got a D for dancing, but is it D or is it C? Is it D or is it C? Does anybody have like an idea? Is anybody completely sure? Is anybody completely, absolutely, positively sure? We got a D for duck, a D for duck. All right, we got a C, we got a D. I don't know, y'all. Y'all are kind of going back and forth between C and D. Right now, we got more D's. We got D's. Ruhi said me. I'm sure it's D. Alyssa 456 said D. The grantee must accept it before it is totally official. Right? The glow up said D is, or said the grantor is the giver. So we're going to go with D. Let's get a real drum roll. I think I have one of those. Do I have a real drum roll? I thought I did, but maybe I don't. So we'll do my fake one. Is it D? Survey says, hey, we got it right. We got it right. Hey, we got it right. Do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance. Hey, 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 hey. Is D when it's delivered to and accepted by the grantee? That's the answer. Remember, a grantor is the giver. The grantor has to sign, but you can't just give your property away to somebody who doesn't want it, right? That person has to want it. They have to get the deed and they have to be willing to accept the property. Right? So it's got to be delivered to the new person and accepted by the new person. So yes, the grantor has to sign it, but it doesn't actually convey until. Now you record for just protection legally. It's still a valid conveyance, but recording is just adding that extra level of protection. So there you go. I love it. I love it. I love it. You all did great, right? So what's the difference between a grantee and a trustee? Well, so a trustee is somebody, or in a trustor, we're dealing with a trust. But if you're giving somebody a deed, you're giving the deed, and then you're giving ownership. Like, I hereby grant you the power to do X, Y, Z. It's the granting is just the giving. And yes, if you're giving somebody something in a trust, that's fine. But trustee, trustor is specific for trusts. So, I hope that helped. Fernanda, if you missed the loop, then go ahead on the Facebook group and go there. Somebody just asked for my email. Here it is. Right? And we're going to go. I hope. Oh, yeah, I would love it if you were to click the thumbs up. If this is helping you, you're enjoying us doing this, click that thumbs up. I'm going to look into maybe a scholarship of some sort. We're going to look into a scholarship. We're going to look into doing an agency class. I'll see some of y'all on Saturday. If you're coming to the math class, we're going to knock that out. I want you. You don't have to get all the math right, but I really want you to get at least some of the math right. Those are extra points. No math surprises. And, of course, if you're in California, you don't have any math. No fair. But still, I got to go. Got to go tutor some people. I know, y'all, I know I say it all the time, but I'm so appreciative for each and every one of you. I love the extra effort you're putting in to pass this test so that you can become a licensed agent. It's going to be great. And I'll see you on the flip side. Bye, everybody.